What's up, guys? So if you missed the last couple of videos, we installed 1 7/8" long tube headers on our 07 Silverado, but unfortunately we were a victim of the very common issue of the manifold studs breaking. One on the driver's side broke while we were taking off, but we were able to get it with vice grips and get it out. But before we even began, I noticed that this guy was broken, and as you can see, it's flush off in the head. So you got a couple different options, one of which would be to leave it and hope it doesn't leak, which I honestly was really debating on doing. But we're supercharging this truck. The last thing we want to do is get all that crap on there, get our full exhaust welded in, and then that start leaking and have to figure out how to take it all back apart. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do it the right way. Number two would be to drill it out, tap it, and go that way. But that's a really bad one to try to drill out because of the angle, and you can really booger your head up by doing that. I don't got the freaking confidence to do that. So third and most common way to get those out is to weld a nut on them and then unscrew it. So last video, we went to Harbor Freight, picked up this Titanium Flux 125 welder, and we're gonna attempt to stick some weld on that thing, put a nut on it, and back it out. And I guess it's all for good reason we took these out, because once I crawled under there to disconnect the O2 sensor, I noticed that the header was actually touching the frame right here. You can see the little rub mark, so I marked it here. We're gonna give it a little love tap because we need that to not touch the frame. That could give your knock sensors and all kind of things some serious fits. So we got to clearance that a little bit. Unfortunate that they do rub. It was on that guy right there. Holy crap! Is that a motor mount that looks like the? I guess that's just a washer. I gotta inspect that. Either way, that's where it was rubbing. So we're gonna clearance that a little bit, and hopefully, like I said, stick a nut on there and get that rear driver's side manifold stud out. And if all goes good with removing that stud, we're also gonna try to fab up our AWE muffler on our side exit exhaust and join it all together. I think it's gonna sound absolutely wicked. So I'm hoping the best for the stud, and then if we can tackle that, we can tackle this. All right, first things first, we're gonna try to clean this stud off good, get all the rust off of it before we start doing anything. So we're gonna very delicately with this drill, clean it off. Okay. Tape is cheap, engines are not. So we're gonna tape all the cylinders. We're gonna go ahead and try to weld a washer on it and then weld a nut onto the washer to get it off. Well, that's a start. I'd be real shocked if that gets it out, but we're gonna give it a shot. Holy crap. I think it's actually spinning. Dude, let's freaking go. I am so hyped right now. Dude, I am so freaking stoked. There she is. Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at that. I don't think the washer did really anything, but maybe it helps somehow anyways. You can see, well, let me dump the washer off. You can see right there, she bonded and she came right out. So obviously the heat from welding it on there also helps break loose the factory sealant that they put on there. But dude, I'm so freaking stoked. Shout out to everybody in the welding video that commented and left me advice. Shout out to Jake, my boy, giving me some helpful information as well. I am so freaking stoked. So now I just got to clean up. Wild clap wagon. Wild clap wagon continues. Absolutely. Now I just got to clean that crap up, get all our tape off, and whew, I forgot. It is now time to take a hammer to our manifold, or our header. We got to do some clearancing, boys. Got everything connected up here as well as our mid pipe. And now I got to figure out how I'm going to get this AWE muffler in there. If you've been following the channel for a couple years now, I put this on my 2022 GMC Sierra and it was pretty quiet, but obviously it was stock manifolds and headers. So I'm thinking it's going to sound really good on here if we can make it work. Now, coming off of the Y pipe, it's actually 3.5 inches. So it does have a neck down, a little one here and a larger one there. So I'm gonna figure out how I can make it work with this guy. It's a little complicated because our cross member's right there, so we gotta get the muffler past that. We do have one hanger right here, so I'm gonna hopefully find a hanger that I can weld onto this pipe to give it support because this thing is freaking heavy, and then connect it to there. Officially alive. Got a bunch of manifold oils burning off right now, so just letting her kind of get up to temp for the first time, just make sure everything's good, and then we're gonna go out. Oh my gosh, this thing looks freaking good. Holy crap. Sounds absolutely ridiculous. I know it's gonna be stupid loud and sound terrible. Did not put any mufflers on it. Didn't feel like messing with it. Didn't really have the right piping to make it work with the cross member, so I just chopped down what we had a little bit, put our adapter on and put it to the manifold or to the Y pipe, and yeah, just straight pipe. Starting off with windows up. Side windows being down will absolutely smoke y'all with wind noise. Oh my gosh. Good Lord. Bro, that sounded nasty for a second there. And that shift was nasty. And it is definitely ridiculously loud. Good. Yeah. We'll do one more little interior takeoff and then I'm gonna throw y'all up on the tripod. This thing actually sounds really freaking good, unless you're cruising, and then it's super bad droning. All right, guys, well, that's gonna be about it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about the straight piped side exit exhaust. It is downright ridiculous. It sounds really good at certain RPMs, but not so hot at others, and it drones like crazy. Of course, it's just a temporary setup until we can get this thing down to the exhaust shop for our full equal length setup. I am so stoked for that. Of course, going for the Camaro Corvette style sound, which hopefully will attain a glorious, glorious sound out of this 6-liter. I cannot wait for that, but I haven't fully decided on what muffler I want to go with, or mufflers. Originally I was going to go with some Corsa, but they're like $200 something a piece, and we already got an expensive setup inbound, so kind of ditching the idea on that. And then I was thinking go with Spintex like on Chomper, because there's a couple trucks on YouTube that sound really good with those mufflers. But then I'm kind of leaning towards going with the MagnaFlow bullets like we had on Shorty and the F1. It's a really good sounding muffler. It keeps a lot of volume, but it is pretty chill at like 2,000 and under. I don't know if that would mess up the Corvette style sound, but it's kind of what I'm leaning to. Either way, drop a comment, let me know. I'll see y'all boys in the next one.